Welcome to our channel History of Coins, where we explore the hidden gems of numismatics. In today's video, we're diving into the fascinating world of rare quarter-dollar coins, cause some of these coins hold an incredible history, and some are worth millions. So today, we are gonna uncover the rarest varieties and their values. So make sure to watch the complete video and find out if you have one of these. Now let's continue our today's video. Top 1 today. We're diving deep into one of America's most fascinating and sought-after coins, the United States Washington quarter from the year 1969. This coin might look ordinary at first glance, but believe me, it hides secrets that could turn an everyday find into an extraordinary fortune. So sit back, polish up your curiosity, and let's explore the world of the 1969 Washington quarter, a coin that has made collectors' hearts race for decades. The Washington quarter is one of the most beloved and recognizable coins in American history. It features the proud portrait of George Washington on the front, a design that has been in use since 1932. On the reverse side, there's the majestic bald eagle, wings spread wide, holding arrows and an olive branch, symbols of both strength and peace. It's a true American classic, a coin that represents history, pride, and tradition. But the 1969 version of this quarter holds something special that sets it apart from millions of others. During the late 1960s, the United States Mint was transitioning from silver to clad compositions, using copper and nickel instead of silver. This change brought along new minting techniques and, with them, the potential for errors. The 1969 quarter was struck at several different mints, including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. While most of these coins were made perfectly and entered circulation by the millions, a few rare ones slipped through the minting process with mistakes that turned them into collector gold. One of the most famous varieties is the 1969 S-proof quarter that was struck on the wrong planchet or bears a double die obverse, a fascinating mint error where the design appears slightly doubled, most noticeable in the lettering and date. Imagine finding one of those in your old change jar. The doubling gives the coin a ghostly, almost magical appearance that collectors go crazy for. These rare minting errors are not just quirks of history. They're treasures that represent the art and imperfection of human craftsmanship in a mechanical age. Now, let's talk about why this coin drives collectors wild. The rarity of the 1969 Washington quarter doesn't come from age alone. After all, quarters from that era are still fairly common. Its true value lies in its minting errors and its pristine condition. Most quarters from 1969 went straight into circulation, bouncing through vending machines, pockets, and cash registers for years. Very few were preserved in perfect, uncirculated condition. And among those few, only a tiny number were struck with rare minting errors. That combination of perfection and mistake is what makes this coin so special. Coin experts say that spotting a genuine 1969 double die or error coin is like striking gold. The doubling effect can be seen in the letters of "In God We Trust," "Liberty," or even the numbers of the date itself. Under magnification, the details jump out like a hidden signature from the past. These errors weren't intentional, but they turned ordinary change into extraordinary history. Collectors are always searching for these elusive pieces, and the thrill of discovery keeps the hunt alive. Imagine rummaging through an old coin collection, a dusty box in your attic, or even your grandfather's old coin jar. And suddenly, there it is. A shiny quarter from 1969 that looks just a little different. That small difference could mean the world. And the most exciting part? The 1969 Washington quarter with the right kind of mint error has stunned collectors and dealers around the world with its value. One of these rare error quarters, in near-perfect condition, has been known to reach an unbelievable price at auction. Are you ready for it? Hold your breath, because the value of this extraordinary coin can soar up to $82,000. So, the next time you come across an old quarter, take a moment before you spend it. Look closely at the details, study the date, and check for any unusual features. That simple act of curiosity could lead to a discovery worth more than you ever imagined. The story of the 1969 Washington quarter reminds us that treasure doesn't always glitter like gold. Sometimes, it jingles in your pocket, waiting for the right pair of eyes to notice. Thank you for joining me on this incredible journey through coin history. If you enjoyed exploring the mystery and value of the Washington quarter, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your fellow coin enthusiasts. Keep your eyes open, your magnifying glass ready, and your passion for collecting alive, because the next valuable coin could be sitting right in your hands, waiting to reveal its story. Top 2, we're stepping into the world of American history, discovery, and pure collecting excitement as we explore one of the most talked about coins in U.S. coinage, the United States Washington quarter from 1974. At first glance, it may look like just another coin from your pocket change, but don't let its simple appearance fool you. This coin holds mysteries, minting errors, and stories that have captured the imagination of collectors everywhere. Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you might start checking every quarter you come across. The Washington quarter is a true American icon. With the face of George Washington proudly displayed on the front and the majestic eagle on the back, it represents strength, leadership, and freedom. The design, introduced in 1932, has become one of the most recognizable in American currency. But what makes the 1974 version so fascinating isn't just its design. It's the rare mistakes, the tiny details, and the few surviving examples that make collectors' hearts beat a little faster. In the early 1970s, the United States Mint was running millions of coins through its presses to meet the demands of a growing economy. Quarters were being minted at Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, and while most of them turned out perfectly fine, a few did not. Among these were the rare error coins that turned a simple piece of change into a collector's dream. The minting process was fast, and even a slight misalignment or flaw in the die could create a double strike or a doubling in the design. For most people, these errors went unnoticed. For collectors, they became hidden treasures waiting to be discovered. One of the most famous and fascinating types of error in the 1974 Washington quarter is the double die obverse, a striking error where parts of the coin's design appear doubled, especially around the date, the word liberty, or in God we trust. Under a magnifying glass, the letters look shadowed, as if they were struck twice by accident. This doubling effect gives the coin a mysterious and captivating beauty. Another known variant is the quarter struck on the wrong planchet, meaning it was accidentally struck on a piece of metal meant for another coin, like a nickel or a foreign denomination. These are the kinds of minting mistakes that send collectors into a frenzy because they are not supposed to exist at all, but rarity alone doesn't tell the full story. Condition plays an enormous role in determining how much these coins are worth. The vast majority of 1974 quarters have been circulating for decades, collecting scratches, dents, and wear from countless transactions. However, a few have survived in near-perfect, uncirculated condition, preserved by chance or by the keen eye of a collector who noticed something special. A coin that has never been handled, that still shines with its original mint luster, can be worth many times more than one that has seen years of use. Collectors know that every tiny detail matters. The shine, the strike, and the sharpness of the image all contribute to the coin's grade and ultimately its value. And when you combine that pristine condition with a rare minting error, you get something truly extraordinary. The 1974 Washington quarter with these unique features has become one of the most desirable modern coins in U.S. history. It's the kind of discovery that turns ordinary people into passionate collectors overnight. Imagine finding one of these treasures while sorting through your loose change or an old coin jar at home. The thrill of spotting something unusual, maybe a doubling in the letters or a strange metal tone, is what keeps collectors searching year after year. The story of this coin reminds us that sometimes the rarest pieces of history are hiding right under our noses, waiting for someone to pay attention. So, how much could one of these incredible coins be worth? It might be hard to believe that a simple quarter, a coin worth just 25 cents at face value, could command such an enormous price. But collectors and auction houses have confirmed that the right combination of rarity, mint error, and perfect condition can send this coin's value soaring to unimaginable heights. One of these remarkable 1974 Washington quarters, with the right error and preserved in flawless condition, has been known to reach a value of $79,000. Yes, you heard that right. $79,000 for a single quarter. It's proof that sometimes the smallest things can hold the greatest surprises. So, if you have a few old coins tucked away in a drawer or hidden in a jar, Take a moment to look through them carefully. You never know when you might stumble upon a forgotten piece of history worth a small fortune. Top 3, we're diving into one of the most fascinating and mysterious coins from modern American history, the United States Washington quarter from 1982. This coin may look like an everyday piece of change, but behind its simple silver color lies a tale of rarity, minting challenges, and collector excitement that has made it one of the most talked about quarters of its time. So grab your magnifying glass and listen carefully, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what makes this coin so special and how it could be worth an unbelievable amount of money. The Washington quarter has been a part of American pockets since 1932, honoring the nation's first president with dignity and pride. But the year 1982 was a particularly interesting one for coin collectors. It was the era of economic shifts, production changes, and new minting decisions that affected every coin struck that year. The U.S. Mint faced budget constraints and made a decision that still surprises many collectors today. They stopped producing mint sets. That means there were no official government-issued, uncirculated coin sets for 1982. As a result, finding coins from this year in pristine condition became far more difficult, and the Washington quarter quickly gained a reputation for being harder to locate in perfect shape than many other modern quarters. At first glance, the 1982 Washington quarter looks like any other coin. George Washington's familiar profile on the front, the proud eagle with outstretched wings on the back. But it's what lies beneath the surface that makes this coin truly captivating. During the minting process, several varieties and rare errors emerged, creating versions of the coin that are now worth far more than anyone ever expected. The most notable among them are the no mint mark quarters, struck in Philadelphia, and the elusive error coins that display striking irregularities. One of the most fascinating errors collectors hunt for is the double die obverse, a coin where the lettering or numbers appear slightly doubled due to a misalignment during the minting process. Under magnification, you can see the words "In God We Trust" or "Liberty" appear almost shadowed, giving the coin a mysterious and unique character. Another exciting variety involves planchet errors, where the coin was struck on the wrong metal disc. There have even been examples of 1982 quarters struck on planchets meant for dimes, resulting in a lighter, thinner coin that instantly catches the attention of experts. What truly makes this coin special is how few have survived in top condition. Because there were no mint sets produced that year, collectors couldn't easily save pristine examples directly from the mint. Most of these coins went straight into circulation, clinking through cash registers, vending machines, and pockets for decades. The constant wear and tear means that finding one today with its original mint luster intact is like uncovering a hidden gem. Those few untouched examples, especially if they feature a rare error or unique variety, have become highly valuable in the world of numismatics. Coin collectors know that condition is everything. The shine, the sharpness of Washington's hair details, the clarity of the eagle's feathers. These are the tiny clues that separate an ordinary coin from a collector's dream. The grading of a coin can make all the difference between a few cents and a fortune. And when a 1982 Washington quarter combines exceptional condition with a rare error, that's when magic happens. Imagine finding a coin like that while sorting through a pile of old change. The excitement, the disbelief, the rush of realizing that something so small could hold such great value. It's stories like these that keep collectors searching, checking every date, every detail, every mint mark, hoping to stumble upon a once-in-a-lifetime find. The Washington quarter from 1982 isn't just a piece of metal. It's a symbol of luck, patience, and passion for history. So now comes the question you've been waiting for. How much could one of these rare and special quarters be worth today? While most 1982 quarters are still worth only face value, a few exceptional examples with minting errors and flawless preservation have fetched staggering prices at auction. It might sound unbelievable, but one of these coins, with the right combination of rarity and condition, has been valued as high as $77,000. Yes, $77,000 for a single quarter. Just imagine turning 25 cents into a life-changing discovery. That's the thrill of coin collecting. Every coin you find has a story, and some have the power to surprise you beyond imagination. So the next time you come across an old quarter, don't let it slip through your fingers without a closer look. Top for we're diving into the fascinating world of one of America's most iconic coins, the United States Washington quarter from 1985. At first glance, it might look like just another quarter you'd find in your change. But trust me, there's much more to it. This coin has hidden secrets, rare errors, and surprising features that can make it incredibly valuable. So get comfortable, listen closely, and let's explore why the 1985 Washington quarter has become one of the most intriguing coins in modern U.S. history. The Washington quarter has been a proud symbol of American heritage since its debut in 1932. The portrait of George Washington on the front stands as a tribute to the nation's first president, strong, steady, and timeless. On the back, the powerful eagle spreads its wings, clutching arrows and an olive branch, representing America's balance between peace and strength. The design is elegant and bold, but the story of the 1985 edition is what truly makes collectors lean in with excitement. The year 1985 was a period of transition and modernization at the United States Mint. Technology was advancing, and coin production was reaching record levels to meet the country's growing demand for everyday change. But even with new machinery and precision, errors still slipped through the cracks. And those tiny mistakes, those little imperfections, are exactly what makes certain coins from that year worth so much more than their face value. Now, most 1985 quarters are made from a copper-nickel clad composition, not silver, which means that their base metal value is minimal. However, the real magic lies in the minting process. The United States Mint produced these quarters in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Each mint left its own mark, but not all quarters were created equally. Some came out with striking errors that turned ordinary coins into extraordinary treasures. Among the most famous and desirable errors from 1985 are the double die strikes. This happens when the coin is struck twice with a slight shift in alignment, causing the letters or numbers to appear doubled. Under magnification, words like liberty and in God we trust seem to have a shadow or echo, an unmistakable sign of a double die. Another fascinating rarity is the off-center strike, where part of the design is missing or shifted because the blank planchet was misaligned during minting. Each of these error coins is unique, a one-of-a-kind piece of history born from a simple factory mistake. But that's not all. Some 1985 quarters were struck on the wrong planchet, meaning they were minted on metal blanks meant for other coins, such as dimes or foreign denominations. When this happens, the size, weight, and even the color can differ slightly from a normal quarter, creating an odd-looking but incredibly valuable collectible. Imagine holding a coin that looks slightly thinner, smaller, or oddly colored. That might just be one of these legendary minting errors. Collectors know that the thrill of finding one of these rare varieties is like striking gold. While millions of regular quarters from that year exist, finding one in flawless, uncirculated condition is already tough. But finding one with a minting error, that's a once-in-a-lifetime event. Because there were no special mint sets produced for circulation quarters in 1985, very few pristine examples were saved from daily use. Most were tossed into pockets, dropped into vending machines, and worn down by years of circulation. That's why high-grade, uncirculated, or error coins are so rare and valuable today. The value of these coins depends heavily on condition, rarity, and the specific type of error. A typical worn 1985 quarter might still be worth just 25 cents. But if you happen to have one that has sharp details, a brilliant finish, and no signs of wear, or better yet, one with a noticeable error, you might be holding something truly extraordinary. Collectors and auction houses have paid stunning amounts for the right coin, especially when it's professionally graded and verified as authentic. Now imagine this. You're sorting through an old coin jar, or maybe checking change from a store, and you notice something a little unusual about your quarter. Maybe the letters look doubled, maybe the design looks off-center, or maybe it just feels different in your hand. That small detail could be the clue to a treasure hiding in plain sight. This is what makes coin collecting so exciting. The sense of discovery, the connection to history, and the thrill of realizing that even the smallest coin can hold an incredible secret. So, just how much could one of these rare 1985 Washington quarters be worth today? While most are only worth their face value, a rare error coin in mint condition has astonished collectors and experts with its unbelievable price. Yes, you heard that right. One of these rare coins, under the right conditions, has been valued at an astonishing $74,000. That's $74,000 for a single quarter. Just imagine turning 25 cents into that kind of fortune. It's a reminder that treasures don't always glitter like gold. Sometimes, they're right there in your change, waiting for a curious eye to notice. Top 5, we're diving into the fascinating world of one of America's most iconic coins, the United States Washington quarter from 1991. At first glance, it might look like an ordinary coin you'd find in your change, but don't be fooled. This coin hides surprises that could make any collector's heart skip a beat. So, stay tuned and listen carefully, because by the end of this video, you'll know why this little piece of metal has collectors around the world talking, and how one rare version could be worth an unbelievable amount of money. The Washington quarter has long been a proud part of American history. First introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th birthday of George Washington, it quickly became one of the most beloved coins in U.S. currency. The front of the coin features the familiar profile of Washington, strong and dignified, while the reverse proudly displays the American bald eagle, wings spread wide, a timeless symbol of freedom and power. But not every Washington quarter is the same. Some carry special features, hidden mistakes, and fascinating errors that make them far more valuable than the small number stamped on their face. And the 1991 edition is one of those years that holds more mystery than meets the eye. 1991 was an interesting year at the United States Mint. The country was moving into a new technological age, yet the minting process still involved precision machinery that occasionally made rare and unexpected mistakes. Quarters were produced in huge numbers at the Philadelphia and Denver mints, and a small number of proof coins were made in San Francisco. While most of these coins were struck perfectly and went into circulation, a few escaped with rare minting errors, the kind of errors that make coin collectors stop everything they're doing and take a closer look. One of the most exciting types of errors that can appear on a 1991 Washington quarter is the double die error. This happens when the coin is struck twice by the die with a slight shift in alignment, causing parts of the design to appear doubled. You can sometimes see the doubling in the word liberty, in God we trust, or even in the date itself. Under magnification, these doubled details look like ghostly shadows, and for collectors, that's a thrilling sight. Another fascinating error is the off-center strike, when the design is shifted because the blank planchet wasn't perfectly aligned in the press. These coins show parts of the image missing or off balance, creating unique one-of-a-kind pieces. But there's another rare feature that makes the 1991 quarter stand out. Some were accidentally struck on the wrong metal planchet. That means instead of the standard copper-nickel composition, a few might have been minted on blanks meant for dimes or even foreign coins. This gives the coin a slightly different color, thickness, or weight. These unusual planchet errors are extremely rare, and when they do appear, they send shockwaves through the collecting world. Now, here's what makes this coin even more interesting. The 1991 quarter isn't particularly old, but finding one in perfect, uncirculated condition is becoming more difficult every year. Most of these coins have been passed through hands, worn down in pockets, and dulled by circulation. The rare few that were saved immediately after minting, or have somehow survived without a single scratch, shine with their original luster. And those are the ones that can be worth a serious amount of money. Collectors know that when it comes to modern coins, condition and rarity are everything. A coin that's been professionally graded and certified as mint state or proof can skyrocket in value, especially if it also contains one of these special errors. The combination of rarity, beauty, and mystery makes the 1991 Washington quarter a true collector's dream. It's a perfect example of how even modern coins can hold incredible surprises for those who pay attention. Imagine going through your old change jar, or maybe an old coin collection handed down through your family, and spotting something unusual. Maybe the lettering looks a little doubled, or the design seems off-center, or perhaps the coin just feels a little lighter or heavier than normal. That's the kind of thrilling discovery that keeps coin collectors hooked. Each find is a piece of history, a glimpse into the craftsmanship and quirks of the minting process, and sometimes a path to an unexpected reward. The Washington quarter from 1991 might seem ordinary, but it reminds us that treasures don't always come in gold or silver. Sometimes they come disguised as pocket change. Every year, More people are realizing that these rare errors and unique features can turn simple coins into small fortunes. The hunt for the perfect quarter continues, and who knows? Maybe the next big discovery is waiting in your hands right now. So, the question everyone's been waiting for: how much could one of these special 1991 Washington quarters actually be worth? While most are worth just their face value, a rare example with a unique minting error and flawless, uncirculated condition has been valued at an astonishing $71,000. Yes, $71,000 for a single quarter. Just imagine turning 25 cents into a life-changing discovery. It's a perfect reminder that the next time you hold a quarter in your hand, don't just see it as spare change. See it as a possible piece of history. Thank you for joining me on this exciting journey into the story of the 1991 Washington quarter. If you enjoyed learning about this incredible coin, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another rare coin discovery. Keep your eyes open, keep collecting, and remember, your next great treasure might be hiding in plain sight. Happy collecting, everyone!